Good morning. Welcome to the Dove Creek Elementary School's Veterans Day program. On this day, our country pauses to acknowledge and honor the brave men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces.
One way that we show respect to our country and our veterans is by saying the pledge to the American flag. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and you may be seated.
Good morning. As we play our service song melody, please, as I announce the different branches of the military, if you could stand and be recognized. United States Marine Corps. United States Navy. United States Air Force. United States Space Force. United States Coast Guard. Thank you all very much for your service. At this time, I'd like to welcome one of our students and son of a veteran, Mr. George Darnell, to share a Veterans Day poem for us.
On Veterans Day, we honor all who answered to a service call. Soldiers young and soldiers old fought for freedom, brave and bold. Some have lived while others have died, and all of them deserve our pride. We're proud of all the soldiers who kept thinking of red, white, and blue. They fought for us and all of our rights. They fought through many day and nights. And though we may not know each name, we thank all veterans just the same.
Thank you, George. Next, I'm pleased to introduce our speaker, retired Army Captain Josh Darnell. Josh is a longtime resident of Oconee County and a graduate of Oconee County High School and the University of Georgia. After college, Josh served as an infantry officer in the U.S. Army for nearly 5 years. While serving overseas in the Kandahar province of Afghanistan, Josh sustained serious injuries during a suicide bomber attack. As a result, he was medically retired in 2010 at the rank of captain. He now resides in Bogart with his wife, Melissa, who teaches at North Oconee High School, his daughter, Ruby, a former Dragon, and his son, George, who you just had the pleasure of hearing from, who is a Dove Creek Dragon himself. Josh currently serves as a teacher at Empower College and Career Center in Jackson County, where he helps students learn more about who they want to become. Please join me in welcoming Josh Darnell to the stage to provide a few words to our students and families.
All right, good morning, Dragons. Y'all doing all right today? It's wonderful to see you all you brilliant young minds out there just glowing with potential for all the great things you are going to accomplish today and this week and for the rest of your life. Yes, I know it is a little too early in the morning for me to be talking like that, but I think any school that blasts Shake It Off in the car rider line can probably appreciate my enthusiasm. My name is Josh Darnell. I grew up right here in Oconee County, just like you are in the process of doing right now. And it is good to be back here in the school that has come to mean so much to me and to my family. There has been a Darnell at this school since almost the very beginning. And my wife and I, and my son George, and my daughter Ruby, who is now next door at the other Dove Creek, we all consider ourselves very lucky to be a part of this community with you and all the fantastic Dove Creek faculty and staff. I consider it a privilege, as always, to speak to you on this day when we remember veterans, those who have served the United States military in times of war and in times of peace, in times of victory and in times of loss. These veterans, these ordinary people who have seen and done extraordinary things in extraordinary places, they are all around you in life, and in some cases, you might not even know it. These people who serve their country in its time of need might be your mothers or your fathers, your grandmothers, your grandfathers, your aunts, your uncles. They might be the woman who cuts your hair or the nice old man who greets you at the Walmart. In some cases, they might even be your teacher. I know this because I am both a veteran and a teacher. Many years ago, I served as a soldier in the United States Army Infantry during our nation's war in Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a very old, very beautiful place that is sometimes called the graveyard of empires for the challenge it has posed to many powerful nations. The ancient Greek kingdom of Macedon, led by Alexander the Great, the British Empire at the height of its power in the 19th century, the Soviet Union, and yes, even our country, the United States of America, all sent soldiers to Afghanistan and all found battle and victory and heartbreak among those barren hills. I lived a little bit of that history as a soldier. Now I get to teach that history to my students. Yes, as you might have guessed from my ability to say lots of random stuff about geography and the names of kings who have been dead for over 2,000 years. I am a social studies teacher. That's right, social studies is your favorite, right? Yeah, okay, that's actually more enthusiasm than I expected. So thank you for that. George, you better at least be saying yes. Yeah. My own son, the betrayal. Yes, social studies. I teach social studies for a high school in a neighboring county. Now, if you were to ask me which one is harder, being a soldier or being a high school teacher, I would tell you that it depends on the day of the week and how many Monster energy drinks the students have had that day. On those days when the Monster count is very high, but I still need to teach those students something, anything, about what it means to be an American and a member of the human race, I do what old guys like me have been doing to entertain young people like you for thousands of years. I put them back in their seats and I tell them stories. I tell them stories of 16-year-old boys barefoot and freezing who fought the British Redcoats with General George Washington so that our nation could be born during the American Revolution. I tell them the story of young men who went by the thousands to fight world wars in distant places like France and Germany, who fought to protect freedom for people they had never met, and the stories of the young women at that time who fought for the right to serve in the same way. I tell them the stories of today's soldiers who fight to preserve our nation's safety and security in a world that sometimes feels a little out of control. In other words, I tell them the story of the American veteran that we celebrate today. But I don't tell my students those stories because I want them to think that those veterans are heroes or that those veterans are special. I tell them those stories because I want them to realize that those veterans are just like them. They are people who made it through tough times by being true to themselves and true to their friends and family. They are people who survived bad days because they cared about each other, and that gave them a reason to survive. I want them to realize that just like those veterans, they can overcome anything if they are willing to try hard things, if they are willing to trust themselves and the people that care about them, and if they are brave enough to believe that true strength is found in kindness, determination, and commitment to others. I'm standing here today because I want you to realize that too. Because here's the thing. Even if you never serve in the military, you are going to face tough things in your life. You might be facing tough times right now, and that is okay. All that means is that you're just like those veterans in those stories. And like those veterans, you have the strength and the smarts and the heart to make it through to happier days. You'll keep learning about yourself and the world around you. You'll get older and bigger and smarter. And when those tough times come your way again, they won't stand a chance against you, because you'll know that you and those veterans and your family and everyone you know are part of the same story, the big, wild, exciting history of us. It is a history of a people who have what it takes to love big and succeed wildly, no matter what challenges get in your way. The service of our U.S. military veterans and the stories we remember on Veterans Day serve as a reminder to us of how strong we really are. Challenges will arise, the path will grow dark at times, and it will seem as if there is no way back home. But you'll keep moving forward like a soldier at war, and then one day the fog will lift and the sun will shine, and you'll think, man, that social studies teacher was right. I did it, and I can do it again. And that's the best kind of story, isn't it? The story where a person tries their best, believes in themselves, and makes it through a hard time. It's Harry Potter saving his friends from Voldemort. It's Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen rescuing MJ from the Green Goblin. It's a soldier making it home to start a family and become a social studies teacher. Does the world get scary sometimes? Yeah, of course it does. Is it scary enough to stop us? Nah, no way. We're all part of that big story, that big history of veterans and moms and dads and teachers and kids who know that we've got what it takes as long as we've got faith in ourselves and each other. I have faith that each and every one of you is on your way to big, exciting, important things. Keep moving forward. Keep listening and learning and writing your story. Thank you.
thank you guys. Did a wonderful job. Tough act to follow. I will tell you, I was the son. I don't know why I do this. I was the son of a Marine, and I remember him telling me one day. He said, "There's no such thing as a former Marine." I'm a Marine. So, can all of our Marines, airmen, Navy men, can you guys stand for me? All veterans that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, these individuals and the other veterans that are part of the Dove Creek family represent decades and decades of service to our country. No matter the branch of service, years of service, or the manner in which you served, standing and committing yourself to service of this country was a brave and selfless act. So from the son of a Marine to those who have served and those who continue to serve, I thank you. You're the reason that Americans can sleep peacefully at night. You knew the risks. You accepted them in many instances because so nobody else had to. While this program is coming to a close, our gratitude for your service and sacrifice will go on long after we leave here today. Please, if we could all give these veterans a round of applause. Thank you guys again for your service. It's appreciated more than you know. As you leave today, please stop by our hero wall located right out here in the main hallway outside of the media center. You can see all of the veterans that are members of our Dragon families. We really thank you for being here with us. And again, to our veterans, thank you so much for your service and your sacrifice. Thank you.